Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a community update for December 12th, 2019, where we are leading up to the Christmas season and Christmas events slash fusion that we all think is going to be coming soon. So yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, so diving in here, first couple things, we go to news, and you'll see a couple new posts. We've got the Dungeons in-depth Affinity Keeps. This is a video that Plarium put out, and then we've also got coming soon a new champion. Now, one thing I did notice kind of randomly, I didn't watch the whole video, but it kind of popped up on my screen for a few seconds, and in the video, well, let me go back to the battle screen here. In the video that Plarium made, I noticed that, so, like, if you compare the dragon, the wings are, like, protruding outside of the box. It's like it pops out, like it's 3D or something. You know, it's the image isn't neatly contained in the box. Like, you look at the arena, the armor is, like, sticking out. The clan boss, the hand is sticking out. And then if you look at our game, it's cleanly defined edges. Like, the dragon is stuck in the box, and it doesn't protrude out like this. So I don't know if they're on some sort of like new different system, or maybe I'm crazy and some of you have this and I don't. It was just something kind of randomly I noticed in Plarium's video they put out. But yeah, that was one thing I wanted to talk about there. And then with this post here, a new champion. So obviously this is probably going to be the big fusion event for the holiday Christmas season. And it looks like it revolves. There's a lot of blue here, a lot of ice, a lot of cold. You know, deep frost, freezes, rivers solid. So we can all probably accurately deduce that this is going to be some sort of, and obviously it's the Christmas season, gonna be some sort of champion that places a lot of freeze, like AoE freeze, lots of AoE crowd control abilities. And one thing I do want to talk about when it comes to that is the last couple champions we've had, you know, like Molly and Harvest Jack. We've had a lot of CC champions. I would like to see some love and get like a clan boss champion, somebody that places HP burn and attack down or something, like somebody who can fill multiple roles and slot into some end game clan boss rosters, because we've been getting a lot of like dungeon CC type farmers and fusions. It'd be nice to get a champion that is maybe a different affinity attack down champion that can also place like a HP burn with a little bit of sustain defense up or something, because right now a lot of the attack down characters are magic affinity. You know, you got your Altans and your Jaregs and your Tyrells. You know, Padma is a void one, so that's good, but I would like to see like a different affinity attack down champion that can provide some, you know, general utility in the game, including the clan boss. So I really hope they nail it with this champion, because obviously last year was the Sir Nicholas fusion and it was ridiculously easy. I don't think the developers and the game designers understood at that time maybe how good Sir Nicholas was and how impactful he was going to be. And now they're kind of in a spot where people fused him, and they don't really want to nerf him, because a lot of people have him and would be extremely upset if they did the fusion. And, you know, Sir Nicholas was so good for so long, and then they come through and nerf him. So they kind of had to leave him as good as he is, and he's just kind of insane. And, you know, a lot of people were hoping that they would do a fusion for Sir Nicholas, but obviously they want to, you know, create new content. They want to release new stuff, so they're going to be going in a different direction. Looks like a dwarf here. So a dwarf revolving around like AoE freezes is what I'm guessing, but I hope it's viable for the clan boss, because we haven't been getting very good fusions for the clan boss roster. Alrighty, and so just recently, like within the last couple hours or so, we've had the events kind of come through, and wow, is it going to be a busy time for a raid player. We've got champion training event, arena assault, and a summon rush all starting simultaneously. So there's going to be a lot to do. I hope you're saving up those gems, saving up your energy, and preparing. So we've got, I think this is Exemplar, I think this is Retainer, and Towering Titan. So obviously these are probably going to be requirements for the fusion for this, you know, AoE Frost type champion that they're going to be releasing as the Christmas season fusion. So I believe Exemplar here is an epic high elf. Retainer is a void rare dark elf, and Exemplar is also a void. And then Towering Titan is also a void epic in the Ogre tribes. I think we'll verify that real quick here. Ogre, yeah, so here's Towering Titan. So if you have one of him, you know, make sure and save that. And then Dark Elves, here's the Retainer. This one's a rare, so this one should be, you know, more of you should have this one. And then the other one is a High Elf, and actually an epic that I've never even gotten, Exemplar here. So that's going to be the champions that are included as rewards. And the good news is they're not all like ridiculously new. So, you know, odds are if you were responsible and saved up champions, like for instance, I think I have a Retainer and a Towering Titan. I'm going to obviously have to go after the Exemplar and do the event. But yeah, so if you were responsible and saved epics and rares, odds are you'll at least have one of them, especially if you're like an endgame player. If you're a newer player, you probably aren't going to have any of them, and you're really going to have to try hard to go after these events. I see a legendary book here, and typically these events are pretty tough when it comes to like a 14-20 day type event fusion. It's going to be a pretty tough event. It's going to take a lot of your resources, and we don't really know what offers are coming through in the shop yet for the event, but I anticipate it to be a very busy week or two for us raid players, and I'm definitely going to be keeping you guys posted and going for the fusion and getting it maxed out as fast as possible, diving into how good it is and testing it out to the maximum capabilities that it possesses. Also, one thing I wanted to touch on in this video is the Dragon tournament ended. And if we go to the global leaderboard, I wanted to kind of just, you know, give you guys a little bit of insight into exactly what's going on behind the numbers here on the global leaderboard. So typically, the points you acquire per run is a little bit higher than the energy spent. So like Dragon 20 costs 16 energy, and typically players are going to average about 16.5 to 18 points per run, depending on RNG. So typically about 17 points, and it costs 16 energy. So this person here, Latent, probably spent about 30,000 energy, because it's going to be, you know, the points are going to be, you know, typically scaling just ahead of the energy spent. So 30,000 energy, and I figured when I did the math, probably about 30 to 35 hours of dragon farming, like active runs. So yeah, kudos to you, Latent, and you know, all of the other ones here that are high up here. Stu Gaming at number 12. I just did a collab with him yesterday. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, you know, these people are spending about 20 to 35 hours farming the dragon over the course of the event. So yeah, you know, 20,000 to 30,000 energy. Just kind of wanted to give you some insight onto the numbers there and kind of what I was crunching. So let's go over some of these offers that are coming through. And one thing I want to talk about, I mentioned in a video that I hadn't seen the $15 Conqueror pack. So man, you know, I was really hoping that they would go back to the $5 Conqueror packs. I know me and a lot of my viewers and a lot of my clan mates, a lot of people in the Discord server that I run, I know they were all a high percentage of them were very happy with the $5 Conqueror packs and buying them on a pretty regular basis. So I'm pretty disappointed that they went in this direction of not only, you know, changing from the 10, but going up to 15. I've been trying not to buy these because I want to do my part in getting Plarium to go back to the $5 ones that I really liked. But for first time, let's go ahead and calculate this here and see kind of exactly what we're working with. All right. Energy. So we've got 9 refills and 7 arena refills. Admittedly, these will probably be pretty good for the events. We've got a lot of stuff going here. 30 XP brews, 2 keys. We'll add that in kind of manually. Well, I can put that into the gems, I guess, because we're getting no gems. So we'll just call the 2 keys 200 gems. 2 ancient shards and a 3 days of XP. So, okay, so it's actually a pretty decent pack. We can see here it grades out as a 2.37. So that's not the issue. It's actually pretty decent value. The issue is I wish they would cater a little bit more. Like let your player base pick a $5 version or a $15 version. You know, you give your players a little bit of a choice, and make the more expensive one a little bit better. Like this one's a 2.37. Maybe make the $5 version a 2.15 or something, you know? Like, come on, throw us a bone here. Help your players out that don't want to spend $500 a month on raid, and give them a pack that they can kind of appreciate. And maybe they are doing that. Maybe I'm in a different spending tier, but I've been spending a lot less on the game recently the last couple months, so I'm definitely not qualifying as a whale in terms of my spending currently. So I'm still getting the $15 packs, so I wonder who's getting the $5 and $10 packs. But very interesting kind of what they're doing with the Conqueror packs. So I want to talk about that for just a little bit. And then this is another offer I've got here, so let's go over this one. We've got a $24.99 with 40 brews. XP brews, 40, 800 gems. and 800k silver with 500 energy and 2 days of XP. Yeah, so this offer is pretty bad. Would not recommend. Any offer that's in the yellow, I'm definitely not going to recommend buying, so that's going to be a hard pass for me. The silver, this one's going to be pretty easy to calculate. If I remember right, it's not very good, but we'll do it here. Yeah, so this is a 1.04. I'm going to stay away from that one as well. The Divine Speed set, it's a pretty expensive gamble. It's 30. Divine Speed is one of the best sets in the game. But I can't really recommend this gamble. If it were $23.99 or so, it'd be something I think would be good for kind of your mid-game and early to end-game players. But $30, a little bit too expensive to get, you know, probably odds are 1 or 2 of these pieces is going to be good. You might get 1 good one and 1 usable one and like 4 bad ones. So $30 is pretty steep there to only get a little bit of energy and silver. So that's going to be one that I'm also not going to recommend. In terms of what is coming for the Fusion and, you know, like, is there going to be a boosted shard event? I haven't heard anything behind the scenes, so I don't know. We just had Sacreds buffed, so I doubt they'll do that. It's probably going to be Voids or Ancient Shards. It's been a while. I think Ancients have been the longest one to not be boosted, so I really hope the Christmas Fusion brings, I mean, doesn't it just make sense? The blue shards, you know, the ice is usually blue, so come on, you know, just give us ×2 ancient shards, make everybody happy, make the Fusion champion a pretty useful champion in the clan boss and in dungeons in the arena, make it a good champion that people are excited to go after, give us ×2 ancients, give us some good offers in the shop for the holiday season. Come on, Plarium, show us some love, and your player base is going to be excited to participate in all these events and get after it. So, yeah, that's going to kind of do it for this video, and I will definitely keep you guys up to date, you know, when we see exactly what the events are, and hopefully the Fusion goes live in the next day or two, and we can kind of see. I'm excited to see what the new champion is going to be for this year's, you know, Christmas Fusion. So, yeah, as always, let me know what you think down in the comments, and thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.